Hi students, this is Professor Arsha Jadhav. I'm going to deal with highway engineering with the subject code 18CV56. In today's class, that is module number 3 and lesson number 21, I would like to discuss about modulus of subgrade reaction or using plate bearing test. So as far as the last class is concerned, we focused on subgrade soil classification, we focused on HRB soil classification, we even focused on properties of subgrade soil, and after that we discussed on the California bearing ratio test, how this graph is plotted, and for what, that is for 2.5 mm penetration and 5 for 5 mm penetration we need to calculate the load using the standard aggregate load, and always the CBR value at 2.5 mm penetration should be greater than that of 5 mm penetration. Okay, so this all we discussed in the last class, and in today's class we'll focus on modulus of subgrade reaction using plate bearing test. So friends, see in this test, see even this test also is conducted for different highway materials, but this test is only suitable for subgrade soil. So we can perform the test for different materials, but as far as the plate bearing test is concerned using the modulus of subgrade reaction method, this test holds good only for the soil. Okay, so if I want to clear about this concept, first I would like to tell you the brief I want to discuss about the brief sketch of this concept. So whatever the sketch it is visible, this sketch represents the plate bearing test using modulus of subgrade reaction. See friends, if you can understand this figure clearly, then explanation of this concept is very easy. See here, first I'm going to tell you about, see, reaction frame. We have reaction frame in this apparatus, we have datum frame in this apparatus, we have hydraulic jack here, we have a dial gauge for this hydraulic jack, we have set of bearing plates, circular diameter plates these are, and we have 3 to 4 deflection dial gauges right from datum frame to the bearing plates. So if I want to briefly explain this concept is nothing but here we are applying the load, dead load, with the help of reaction frame. This dead load is applied on the decreasing order right from the bottom. The decreasing order circular bearing plates are placed on the ground, and for these plates the standard load is applied. Okay, before applying of the standard load, seating load is applied, and during the application of the load, those plates are going to settle in the subgrade or in the soil. So when the load is applied, settlement is taking place. So this settlement is noted in the datum frame, that is through the dial gauge. Okay, so only this process we are carrying in this experiment, that is load is applied and deflection we are calculating. With the help of this pressure versus settlement graph is plotted, and after that we are going to calculate the modulus of subgrade reaction. Okay, so this concept is very easy. So here I am going to explain the concept step by step. First we will get to know what do you mean by modulus of subgrade reaction. So first one, it is denoted by the symbol K. K may be defined as the pressure sustained per unit deformation of a subgrade at a specified pressure level using specified plate size. Means the pressure sustained by a diameter plate at a specified pressure is known as on a specified plate. The standard plate size for finding the K value is always 75 centimeters. 75 centimeter diameter plate is taken. For that plate always the standard load is applied, and the plates are placed in such a way that higher diameter, that is 75 centimeter diameter plate, should be on the ground. It should be come above in a decreasing order till 22.5 centimeter, till 22.5 centimeter they should come in the decreasing order like this. Like this they are placed. 75 centimeters should be at the bottom and 22.5 centimeters should be at the top. And apparatus used for the bearing plate test are mild steel. The plates, the circular plate should be prepared with mild steel of 70 centimeter diameter and 1.5 mm to 1.5 to 2.5 centimeter thick plate it should be. Means I have told you 75 centimeter diameter plate should be taken. Okay, this plate should be of mild steel and the thickness of this plate should be 1.5 centimeter to 2.5 centimeter thick plate it should be. Okay, then load equipment. For the load equipment we have reaction frame. Okay, we have reaction frame here. Through this only the load is applied with the hydraulic jack. Okay, and this load is the standard load which we are going to apply for the plate load test, and the load is applied through the reaction frame and settlement is measured through the datum frame. So two frames are there here in this concept. One is reaction frame, other one is datum frame. Okay, so here the load is applied through the reaction frame and those loads are noted down, and deflection, that is settlement, is noted through the datum frame, and those settlements in millimeters are noted down. Okay, next one. Settle measurements. It may be made by means of 3 or 4 dial gauge fixed on a periphery of the bearing plate from an independent datum frame. Datum frame should be supported from the loaded area. 3 to 4 dial gauges are fixed for a datum frame, and datum frame should be supported from the loaded area. Means this datum frame, whatever it is there, it should be loaded through the loaded area from this area only, and there should be 3 to 4 dial gauges here. It is in connection with this loaded area. Okay, and it has 3 to 4 dial gauges to measure the settlement of the plates. Okay, next comes procedure. So procedure, what should be done here? See, listen carefully. 20 centimeter topsoil should be removed from the ground, and there, after removing the 20 centimeter topsoil, all the plates in a decreasing order right from bottom to top are placed like this: 75, 50, 22.5, like that. In a reducing manner right from the top, bottom to top, they are placed on the ground after removing 20 centimeter of the soil, and these are placed, and reaction frame is fitted with the action of hydraulic jack to the plates at the center, and these plates are connected with one more dial gauge through the datum frame, and the 3 to 4 dial gauges are used to measure the settlements here. So this is the one dial gauge which is to measure the load application, and we need to connect this one more dial 3 to 4 set of dial gauges to the bearing plates from the datum frame to measure the settlements. Okay, to measure the settlements. So like this the arrangement is done, and first what we are doing, we are applying the load of, see, we are applying the load of initial load. A load is applied by means of jack sufficient to cause an average settlement about 0.25 mm. Means at the initial stage the load is applied, that load is known as seating load. Okay, that load is known as seating load. Seating load means the load which will make the contact between the plate and the dial gauges, tip of the dial gauges. So that load is known as seating load. So seating load we are fixing here, and the load is applied by means of jack sufficient to cause average settlement of 0.25 mm. Means here, with keeping settlement in the mind, the load is applied. Means in order to settle about 0.25 mm depth, that load is applied. Then that respective load is the initial load. Okay, when there is no perception increase in the settlement, or when the rate of settlement is less than 0.025 mm per minute, the reading of the settlement dial gauge is noted. The average settlement is found and the dial and the load is noted from the proving ring dial reading. Means after applying the load, see here, after applying the load, the deflection should be, the settlement should be less than 0.025 mm. So that particular load is noted down. Means the maximum settlement should be 0.25 mm, and this is noted down, and that particular load is known as the initial load. The load is then increased till settlement increases to further amount about 0.25 mm. The average settlement and load are found. Means for every load every time the load is applied in a such a manner that the settlement should be 0.25 mm depth settlement should occur. So if 0.25 mm settlement is occurring, then that particular load, whatever it is causing to settle 0.25 mm is there, that particular load is noted down. So here also load versus settlement relation is calculated. Okay, the procedure is repeated till the settlement reaches 0.175 mm. Means 0.25, 0.25, like that it is applied, 0.025, 0.025 mm, and till it reaches 0.175 mm, till that the load is applied. The graph is plotted with the mean settlement versus mean bearing pressure. Load per unit area is shown in the figure. So here this is the graph which indicates pressure versus settlement. So like this the graph is plotted, settlement in centimeter or millimeter and pressure in kg per centimeter. Like that the graph is plotted, and we are going to produce the curve. So after doing this, we need to calculate the K value. See here, bearing pressure settlement curve. The pressure P kg per centimeter square correspond to the settlement delta about 0.125 centimeter is obtained from the graph, and the modulus of subgrade reaction K is calculated from the reaction relation given by the graph, that is K is equals to P by delta, or which is equals to delta, here it is 0.125 mm. So this much standard value should be taken. So easily we can calculate the modulus of subgrade reaction. Okay, like this the procedure is carried out to calculate the modulus of subgrade reaction value. See, sometimes what happens, higher the diameter plates are not considered. During that time, with the standard factor of safety, 30 centimeter diameter plates are taken and settlement is carried out. For that we have this formula, K is equals to Pxe divided by 1.18 into Pxa. So this is the standard formula to calculate the modulus of subgrade reaction. So friends, see this bearing test, whatever the plate bearing test method is there, it is also gives the very good answers to check the to know the property of the subgrade soil. So but friends, whenever it is as far as the California bearing ratio value is concerned, or the California bearing ratio test is concerned, it is one of the ideal method to check the bearing capacity of a soil. Okay, so only wherever the highway constructions are going on, first and foremost we are conducting California bearing ratio test to check the bearing capacity of the soil. Here in the plate bearing test, so correction factors applied are in a high numbers, so that the accuracy of the results what we are expecting will not be satisfied through this test. So only CBR test is considered to be an ideal test to check the bearing capacity of the soil, which is used as a subgrade material for the construction of highways. So friends, whatever we discussed in today's class, that comes under course outcome 3 with the Bloom level of taxonomy 3, 4 and 5. Means we are applying the knowledge here, anyhow we are analyzing, because in the laboratory we are doing the test and we are evaluating some value outcome. Okay, so this is about today's class. In the next class we'll focus on the laboratory tests on the aggregates, and after that we'll focus on the laboratory tests on the bitumen. At the end of this module, we'll focus on the ESWL concept, that is equivalent single wheel load concept, and numerical problems on that.